Hey friend, it's Brandon Gustafson with Assisted Living Investing. Excited to have you here on the channel with me today. At Assisted Living Investing, I help beginners like you launch their assisted living business in the next 12 months. So excited to be chatting with you today. Sorry to be a little bit late. We were doing our live session or our workshop with the Business Foundation Basics course today and had a lot of fun doing that. So for those of you that joined, thank you. And for those that didn't, we have a live session tomorrow. So you've got one more chance to hop in on that. So make sure you go and join their assistedlivinginvesting.net/BFB if you'd like to sign up for that for our session that we're going to do tomorrow. Otherwise, I want to remind you to go and grab your free business plan checklist. We've got a ticker going across the bottom there. Go to assistedlivinginvesting.net/BP checklist, and you can get access to that free resource and help you along. Now, for today's video, we're going to be talking about what a business plan is used for and why you need a business plan, and really wanted to focus in on that because that's what I've been talking to people about for the last couple hours, and it's kind of on my mind, and helping you build that business plan, build that foundation, and why it's so important for you as you are trying to get things started. So we've got this up on Facebook now. Okay, let us shift over here, and we got time for Q&A today, but I have a limited amount of time. So if you have questions, feel free to type those in so I can make sure I get those answered. And for those of you that are here live, go ahead and type in, hi or something like that. I want to make sure you can hear me with the issues that we had with audio earlier last week, I guess. So to give you a quick background on me, my background in assisted living, I own and operate 2 assisted living facilities. I've done this since 2020. I've secured over $1.5 million in SBA funding as well, and I operate out of state. I also have a master's in healthcare administration. So I've been doing this for a long time. I understand the healthcare industry, have a lot of experience there, and have worked with banks enough to know how to get the funding that you need. And a key part of that is your business plan. Now, if you're new here, would love to hear from you. Just go ahead and type in newbie down below, so I can see who's new. Love hearing from the people that are new and what you need, and as you're looking to get started here in the assisted living world. Now, let's dive into this. Why you need this business plan. Why it's so important. Why it's a crucial piece to what you're trying to do here. Number one is it really gives you clarity. So clarity is something that as you're looking to get started, as you're trying to figure out what you want to do, it's easy for you to say, I want to do assisted living, and think to yourself, cool, I've said it, I've put it out into the world, now it's going to happen. The reality is that's cool. I applaud you for deciding that's what you want to do. But now you've got to put that down into paper. You've got to outline your goals. You want to be able to talk about your plans. And when you start talking to people and saying, I want to do assisted living, it can feel scary. But if you have a business plan put together, it makes those conversations go a lot more simple. It allows you to really go in and have better conversations with people about what's going on, and what you're trying to accomplish. So that clarity that it gives you a lot of confidence to have conversations with people. And so that's something that I think is really important and underrated about why you should be building a business plan. So that's number one. Let's talk here about the house. Excuse me. And for those of you that are live, if you could just give me a hi or something like that, I want to make sure you can hear me. And I've got, again, limited time for Q&A. So go ahead and type your questions in now, so I make sure I can hit on those when we get to that part of the video. So the second reason that you need a business plan is it's going to help you out with getting the house. It's going to help you find the property because you're identifying your criteria. How many beds do you want to have? What population do you want to serve? And then as you think through that, what style of home is going to be best for helping me serve that population? Those are all things that you want to be thinking about there. It is going to help you have better informed conversations with the city and the fire department as well. They will ask you a lot of questions. What population are you going to serve? How many residents are going to be in there? What style of home do you have? What's the regulations with the state with this? They'll ask you a bunch of questions, and if you haven't thought about it, it can feel very overwhelming. We have somebody in the mastermind program that actually experienced this as she was getting started, and she had to tell the city, hold on, I'll get back to you later. And then we chatted about it, and we worked on the business plan, and we got some clarity on what that was going to look like. And then when she went back to the city, it was a much easier conversation. She was coming to it from a point of authority, a point of, I've thought about this, I know exactly what to do, and how this is going to work. And it made those conversations go so much easier. Okay. I want to touch back here on the finding the property piece, building out that market research and understanding what it looks like. How many houses are out there, and how many cities and counties and states could I be doing this in? And you really need to narrow that all down and figure out where you want to go. And your business plan is the perfect spot for you to be able to do that. We give you if you get the Business Foundation Basics or the Business Planning Guide, you get access to the Market Research Guide, and that really is going to allow you to make some headway there. So go ahead and sign up for one of those programs, because it will allow you to really hone in on this piece right here of finding the right house for you. So I've got okay, I got a question here. I'll get to that later. So thank you for the question. I'm going to assume you can hear me because you responded when I said type in your questions now. Okay, let's get into this funding. This is the next piece of it. A business plan is going to help you get funding. And this is actually probably one of the bigger reasons why you should be building a business plan, because it is, number one, is required by banks. They will ask for a business plan. It's absolutely required by a bank. But it also demonstrates that you've thought a lot about the business, that you know what you're talking about, that you know how to help people out. And in the workshop that we just did on the Business Foundation Basics, we got into like the thing that really sets you apart on there, and we dove really deep into that, and why you need to spend time building a business plan and what it can do for you as you're making progress. So you can go sign up for that. Again, it's assistedlivinginvesting.net/BFB. We have one more live session tomorrow, and then you'd get access to the recordings afterwards. That when you come to this and you have a well thought out plan, it will make a lender want to work with you more than the other dozens of people that have signed up to try to get funding. So you really have to spend some time honing in on what you're trying to do, and when you do that, it's going to lead to a lot of success. It demonstrates financial viability as well. So you will have in your business plan, you go through your underwriting, and you are going to articulate that in your business plan. And that's going to show that this will actually make money, and that it's an opportunity that a bank can feel confident in the amount of risk that they are putting into working with you. So that's another big one. And then you have to ask for the amount of money, and your business plan is the spot where you do that. You informally ask for it in other places, but your business plan is where you have really solidified it. You've demonstrated that I've thought through this, and now I know how much money I need to ask for, and you're putting that in your business plan. It's absolutely crucial. If you want to get funding, you've got to have a business plan. It's required, but it's crucial. It is the difference maker in helping you get through that phase. A business plan is also going to help you get the facility license. And the reason why is it helps you answer questions that are going to come up in that application process. There will be in the application that they give you, they'll ask you how many residents you want to have, which population you want to serve. If you're doing Medicaid, which waivers you're going to be serving. It really allows you to answer those questions. How many staff you're going to have, who your administrator is going to be. These are all questions that are actually on that application page, on the application that you have to fill out to obtain your license. And so when you've thought through all of this and you go through that in your business plan, it really accelerates your ability to answer those questions, and gives you confidence that you know what you're doing. And it makes it so that the mental exercise of having to do all this is just a lot easier because you've already gone through the process. So it's not going to be required. Like, most states are not going to say, well, give me your business plan or you can't get your license. But it does really help you out in putting everything together so you can very quickly and confidently answer a lot of those questions. It's also going to just help you get organized, because when you put your business plan together, you have the structure that you want to follow. Go grab the business planning, the business plan checklist, the ticker that we have down below here. But that organization makes it a lot easier for you when there's a question on the application or when you're talking with the state to get the facility license, to say, oh yeah, give me 1 second. And then you just go to that section in your business plan. We're going to serve this population. I'm going to have, I know that the requirement in the state is 1-to-8 caregiver to resident ratio. And so we're going to make sure that we have enough to meet that, but we also are going to make sure we focus on meeting the needs of the residents based off of their care plans. Those types of things is how you're going to make progress. And when you do that, you come at this from a point of, I know what I'm talking about, and it gives the people at the state a lot more confidence that you know what you're talking about, and that they can trust that you're going to be able to launch this business really well. All right, let's talk about this one as well. It's going to help you run the business. When you go through your business plan, it is going to allow you to outline your operations, make sure you're hiring the right people, the right amount of people, which population you're going to be serving, what you need to do to serve that population. Is there anything special that you've got to put together as you're working through that process with them? You're going to refine it, because as you're building your business plan today, and it takes you 3, 4, 6, 12 months to launch that business, things will change. Your view of the world will change. And so it's going to be adjusted, but you're going to have thought through it today. And that's going to give you a lot more confidence that you know what to do and how to handle certain situations as you are starting to operate the business. And that's a lot of the types of things that I can really help you out with through my coaching and the programs that I have as well online. So if you do need some help, we have a live business plan workshop tomorrow. You can go sign up for that at assistedlivinginvesting.net/BFB. We will send you the link. The automated thing will tell you about session 1 and session 2. Session 1 was today, so ignore that one. You'll want to register for session 2, and then you will get access to the replays, both the one of today and the one that we're going to do tomorrow. So you can go do that. I would love to help you as well if you need some extra guidance, especially as you're diving deep into this. Go apply to the mastermind program, alimastermind.com, and simple application process, takes you 5 minutes. I can see if I can help you or not, and if I can, I will send you the details, and you can sign up right there if you'd like to. No sales calls or anything like that involved, unless you have questions, and I'm happy to jump on and answer those questions for you to make sure it's a good fit for you. Again, that's alimastermind.com. So let's get into questions. I have a whopping 5 minutes before my next meeting. This day has been just stacked on me. So if you have questions, please, and thank you for confirming that I sound good. Got a new mic, and that seems to be helping out immensely. So let's see. Let's get into your questions here. So it's not necessary, but if you're going to get licensed, should you do the business plan first? And I just answered that one for you. So yes, I would highly suggest that you do the business plan. It is, you're right, in most states, not required that you have a business plan to obtain your facility license. But for all the reasons that I just talked about, I think it's important for you to have a business plan, because it will make the process a lot easier for you, because you will have thought about the things that you need to put together in there. So yeah, you'll be there. How does it work with banks when you don't have financials yet? So if you don't have financials yet, this is a good question. So there's a few scenarios like that. One is you're buying an existing facility and who you're buying from has crappy financials. That could be a scenario. You could be buying something that used to be up and running as a facility, but it's been shut down now for years or even decades. So it used to have that license, but it doesn't anymore. Or the third option is you're starting something from the ground up, or you're renovating a house and you're doing this, like something that has never been assisted living before. Um, in each of those scenarios, what you want to do is make sure you have solid underwriting, um, and and you can articulate why it is solid, before you send that into a lender. So if you're able to do that, it really can help benefit you there. And in the business planning guide, and you can do that at assistedlivinginvesting.net/BPG, I give you my expenses. And really what you want to do is get an understanding of what the expenses is. You can back into the income piece of this pretty easily just through research, but it's getting real numbers of the expenses is the important thing. So I give you access to that in the business planning guide, and can kind of help you paint that picture there. But you want to, in the business plan, articulate how you arrived at those numbers, and what that's going to look like for you. So um, that's that piece right there. Um, and so and if you cannot find those things, then you just are going to do your best to try to get that all put together. Okay, so that's kind of how you handle that. If you don't have the financials, talking with the lender, communicating with them, saying this is how we're doing our underwriting. I'm getting my expenses from this source right here, and this is why I feel confident in that. You're referring to the admin license first. Admin license not going to be required. Yes, this would be for your, that you wouldn't need that for the admin license. That would be a facility license. Cool. I have somebody at the door and I've got a meeting, so I've got to jump. So I want to thank everybody for watching. Thank you. Go grab the business plan checklist, assistedlivinginvesting.net/BP checklist. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we will talk to you next week. Sorry to be on here and run. Thanks, but we'll chat with you next week, and have a great. Does residential assisted living sound interesting to you, but you don't know how to get started? At assistedlivinginvesting.net, we're here to help beginners like you launch their assisted living business in the next 12 months. And remember, it doesn't take a lot, just a little bit. Keep going step by step by step, and I promise you that if you do and you're consistent and persistent, you're going to be successful. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.